Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. They said that everybody should be extremely careful of situations that has past history of danger. We have gotten a report right now, and allegedly as it is rumored and speculated on social media, that Auntie Igbi and Dr. Lizzy's bodyguard had a very serious clash, okay, around the Ojaja area. That it was, Igbi who got to the Ojaja Mall. Apparently, she was hinted that Dr. Lizzy was coming there. And of course, Dr. Lizzy goes about with a lot of bodyguards. So Dr. Lizzy is not joking. Like, she is not playing the cool one because she knows what these women can do. And they say her bodyguard are very many. Yeah, you do know that for Dr. Lizzy, Ooni of Ife doesn't have to provide all the bodyguards. She's got all the money in the world. She is an IT guru. She has apps all over the place. She's making a lot of money. Plenty of money is what they say Dr. Lizzy is actually making right now. And so they said that when they got to Dr. Lizzy got to the Ojaja Mall, and as soon as they alerted from the car, they saw Igbi walking towards Dr. Lizzy. Now, Igbi was walking towards Dr. Lizzy to go and give Dr. Lizzy a warning of her life. Now, the reason why she wanted to attack Dr. Lizzy was because they feel like the situation that they are all in right now was caused by Dr. Lizzy. That all of the navigating with, all of these problems happening in the palace with Ooni of Ife making all of this arrangement without the knowledge of everybody or anybody, like Naomi successfully moving into the palace quietly, into the royal manor, the way she did and all of that. Everything they feel that Dr. Lizzy happens to be the brain behind it. Dr. Lizzy happens to be the one cooking everything. She knows everything, but she will never say a word to any body. And so right now, they said that the other day she went to the palace to go and insult Dr. Lizzy, telling Dr. Lizzy that God will porous her for everything that she has been doing, that she feels that she's something special that she is not, that the attack, the dragging on Dr. Lizzy has been so much. But Dr. Lizzy is somebody who can be quiet, but she's very strong. She is mentally very, very strong, okay? And so no matter what you say, it doesn't get to her, okay? She sweeps it away like nothing was said and all of that. And so she is busy. She's facing her marriage and her husband and trying to make sure that she is happy. And of all the women right now in the palace, they say the one woman who is actually very happy in that marriage is Dr. Lizzy. The reason is because in this life, they said that you should try as an individual to, manage what you cannot change, okay? And what you cannot change, don't continue to try and change it. I think one of the major reasons why these Oloris are so unhappy is because they are trying to change the situation between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, knowing that, of course, you cannot change it. It is what it is. Ooni of Ife loves Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi loves Ooni of Ife. And no matter how much you drag it, they say destiny can be denied, but it can never, destiny can be delayed, but it can never be denied. So, right on, I think that the strategy that Ooni of Ife is using with Olori Naomi, the strategy is really working. Because in life, you cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect to have a different result. That will never happen. Now, the strategy that Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi and every other person is using is really working. Look at now, Queen Naomi is right there, happy with her husband and everybody. She's there as if she is not there. Everything is looking good for her. Everything is going on well with her. They didn't have to announce her return. They didn't have to celebrate her. And I want to say this is, kudos also to Iyamifa, because I remember a time where she had made mention of the fact that Queen Naomi should come in quietly. And Paropo too has been saying this, that Queen Naomi should not wait to be celebrated. But of course, Queen Naomi will want to go by what Ooni of Ife wants or Ooni of Ife suggests for her. And at the end of the day, those things were never working. So right now, they say Igbi feels as though Dr. Elizabeth is the reason why they are in this situation. Dr. Elizabeth is the reason why things are so scattered with them because Dr. Elizabeth has been hashing very successful plans with the Ooni of Ife, and all her ideas seem to be playing out well. All her ideas seem to be working with the Ooni of Ife. One of the biggest shockers they got was the decision to bring Queen Naomi in for her to stay in the royal manor. Do you remember that Ooni of Ife had made it very clear that Naomi was going to stay in the royal mansion in Lagos until, they have finished erecting that building for her in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, erecting that building and bringing Queen Naomi in would have, been till December, and Ooni of Ife never ever was never comfortable with that, but he had to do something. He had to make sure that things happen. You do know that Ooni of Ife is celebrating one of the biggest birthdays in October. And Nami also, they say she is instrumental to planning. Nami and Dr. Elizabeth, that they are handling an integral part of that birthday. They are trying to fix the birthday and trying to make the birthday work, because they said only handed over that birthday preparations to them. Okay, and so Nami needed to be close to the palace and be quiet until, of course, her own official apartment is ready. And Nami is trading with care, because these Oloris can do and undo. But then again, other Oloris are very, very upset over what has happened, and they are looking for who to blame. They say that happens to be the reason why Igbi went to attack Dr. Lizzy at the mall. And they say when they got there, Dr. Lizzy's guard gave Igbi, as in humble Igbi's guard, because Dr. Lizzy goes with a lot of guards. She's not going with 2 or 3 guards. Her guards are very many, because Oni is providing some and she's providing some with her own resources. They said they had to make Igbi's guard to even crawl, to kneel down. That gave Igbi's guard frog jump, humiliated them in front of Igbi herself. Igbi was there. They told Igbi to step back and not come anywhere close to Dr. Lizzy again. Dr. Lizzy say, you come close to me, whatever you see, fake it. And you know that one, fear no degree. Now, they say that was how she just stayed where she was. Of course, after seeing that these other guards have overpowered her own guard. She thinks that it's everybody you will go with. If it had been gospel now, she would have overpowered gospel, because gospel goes about with just 1 guard or 2 guards, okay? And maybe this time she forgot, she miscalculated. Maybe she thought that it was gospel she was going to attack, not Dr. Lizzy. You cannot attack Dr. Lizzy. Of all the women in the palace, except for now that we are hearing that Kabiyesi has beefed up Naomi's team of security, that there are many now. Of all of those women in the palace, if there is one woman that has many guards, so many bodyguards, is Dr. Lizzy. She has her own guard, because right and that and their IT thing that they are doing, they have a lot of competition, and the competitors are not even smiling with each other, and so it's very important for her to be secure, to keep herself secure. I know that security comes from God, but as who human, there are parts that you have to play. And so they said that they were Dr. Lizzy's bodyguards, a home Buddhist bodyguard, that they gave them frog jump, as we are hearing, gave them frog jump right there in Ojaja Mall, that they humbled them. And Igbi could not even talk, because she knew that these people were very, very upset if they tried anything that Dr. Lizzy was going to order them to really, treat her fuck up very well. This is what we are hearing. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.